All right. Hi. Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are doing really great today. I'm here in Minecraft today, and I'm just going to do a few things. So just give me a sec. Looks like I'm a little bit froze right now on my one screen. So just give me a sec. Just give me a sec, chat. Trying to figure out something. Alright, awesome. Sorry, I just had to see something. Today, I was thinking we're going to do something really fun. We're going to go to Atlantis today and take it over and make it a part of the empire, the Utopia Empire. So that's what my plans are today. So I'm just looking for everything I would likely need. A bucket. Hope all of you are doing very well today, actually, too. I'm going to try to figure out what are the problems for Doom Eternal, and I'm going to be taking like a little break from it because I've been playing that for like the past 2 weeks. Hey, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome, Lazy. Hope you're doing well today. Alright. Today I'm going to Atlantis, so. Yep. Let me see if I have everything I need. Oh, it's going well. It's going well. This is what I have achieved in my, this is what I've been doing for Utopia for the past, year, actually. So. There's my house. This is a little village that I've been working on, and, yeah, this is all my, animals. So, yep. I have a little farm going on here, so. Hold up. Just give me a sec. The render distance is a little bit too high. That black box over there is a portal to hell, so. Yeah. Yeah, this. Oh my goodness, I can see everything. It's a little bit hard to get used to. You know what? My render distance might be really too high right now. Let me actually see if I can fix that right now. Let's see if that fixes it. Oh my goodness. I can literally see everything from here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, by the way, since I have this render distance this high, you can see that that village over there and that like little road connects to that village. I've been like working on a project to connect my villages. So, yep. Let's just go down this path. Woo! Love getting damaged. Alright. Ooh. I feel some lag. I updated my, how do you say? my driver recently, and I feel like that's been causing a little bit some problems in the games I've been playing, but you know, I'm gonna try to fix that. So give me a sec. Yep, I can feel some of that lag. Oh. But how are you doing today, chat? Anything fun going on with you guys? Actually. Yeah. Let's see if that changes anything. Alright. Feel like that's a little bit better. Well, anywho, as we are on our way to see where Atlantis is, just wanted to say I'm going to be purchasing some Halloween related costume stuff for my Halloween video, big one, and also for my stream and Scream event, and I'm even likely going to be having a special guest come on to the stream. I won't talk too much about those details as of now, but it will be likely my first real collaboration with someone. But yeah, it's gonna go well, and it will be on sometime in October or close to Halloween for it to happen. So I'll be dressed up as a vampire, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline. Yeah, some cool stuff coming through the pipeline to you guys. Oh my goodness, I see everything. I'll play around with the render distance a bit later. Also, for some reason, my game is not windowed. Usually, I keep my games windowed so I can, like, you know, play the game without the border. I don't like borderless games, if that makes sense, when it comes to playing a game. Maybe I can try to fix that. I can try to fix that, like, soon. Probably when I head over here. Ah, come on. Let's see. Are we almost there? Yes, we are. Just give me a sec. My apologies for constantly seemingly to have to do this. Wait a minute. Oh. That was not a good decision here. Okay. Add-ons. Alright. I'll play with that a lot more later. Alright. Let's see where this place is. It's been a while since I played Minecraft, actually. So, I need to get readjusted again. That's like over there. Okay. Come on. Okay. Oop. You see that glowing light over there? Glowing lights? Now that is the location of where Atlantis / Ocean Monument is. We're gonna try to take it over. But I need to make stuff before we go there. Make it a part of our area. Ever since I updated that driver, my game, my other, well, Doom Eternal, Minecraft, they all feel like they're like more slower. Hmm. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Brightness is up. Just trying to figure out. Resource packs? No, I'm good. Just give me a sec. Okay. We're not going to look at that right now. Right now, I need to figure out how I'm going to work on getting over there. Probably going to make like a little water base here. That's probably what I'm going to do first off. But yes. Nope. Oh. Come on. Whoa. There. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Good. There. I'm making everything I need and making sure that this place will be ready for taking over. You have to really plan these kinds of things out if you want to take over a place. All right. There we go. There looks like there's several guardians out there. So yeah, we have that to deal with. In the meantime, let me just set up this base. I'm gonna use this to store stuff when I need things for this specific area. All right. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go, chat. Now we have this done. This is very big, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Let me just add some additional steps if I need to get up here for some reason. Nope. There we go. Yep, I need more. I need more stuff. All right. I can see the mountain from here. Oh my goodness. It is pretty interesting. So now I can see like a lot more. But at the same time, it is kind of distracting. But, hey. Let's just fix this up. Time to go back to Mount Utopia. Oh boy. Oh. We're almost there. You know what, chat? I do need to charge my phone, so let me just do that. We will be playing Minecraft. We will be playing Minecraft today, of course, obviously. For Saturday and probably next weekend, kinda. I'll explain like on Saturday about why it's a little bit funky. So, you know, that's what's gonna happen. So, Hmm. Ooh, chat. I got I say this. I got a library membership yesterday, and I got these really cool books at the library, so I'll go grab them and then like just go talk about a few of them. And yeah, I got a comic book and two books about two interesting topics that I really am passionate about. So yeah, let me just get back to Mount Utopia, and then I'll go grab those books, and also grab what I need to take over the ocean monument, but I'll just call it Atlantis because Atlantis sounds pretty cool, and I really wish that they had like an ancient underwater city in this game, to be honest with you. We have an underground civilization, well, abandoned underground civilization with the warden. When I hear the warden, I just think of Commissioner Gordon. And I'm like, I know there's other wardens out there, but not think Commissioner Gordon. Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay. We're almost there. Okay. Okay, my charging is going well. Awesome. I was just looking at like my phone and I was like, "Oh boy, I really hope that it's actually charging." Oh yeah, by the way, in August, sometime in August, early August, it will be my stream anniversary and also in a way YouTube anniversary too. So, I'm really looking forward to that. And if you're asking what am I going to do, I'm going to go to the very beginning. Here, we're going to have like a little fun stream thing. I'm not too sure what that will entail, what cool stuff, but I'll think of some stuff. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, what do you guys want with that stream? And, you know, of course, you, Twitch chat, of course, but also the YouTube audience, too. I would love to hear what you would have to, you know, what you guys want. Or even I'll ask Instagram, too. I want to hear what you guys want for, you know, the anniversary. I'm really happy about it. So, yeah. Okay. I'll probably need a lot more of this glowstone. And if that means I have to go to hell again just to get more of this, oh boy. That might as well mean we're gonna have to go down there again. You know what? Sure. We'll go down there. We'll go down to hell, grab some more stuff for glowstone, and yeah. That'll be a part of today's stream. We need a lot of glowstone, and we need a lot of other little goodies. So, here, let me just go grab those books, and then I'll be right back. I'm back, and here are the books. Eastern religions, and this includes Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and Shinto. General edition editor Michael D. Coogan. To give you a better example of what it looks like. I'll just show it to you this quick. Tell me what you guys think. Yeah, with this book, it's all about those three specific religions, yes, but I would call them, of course, spiritualities. Well, there's a little bit of, okay, those two terms are very loaded, but I really love learning about different religions, different ways of viewing the world in a spiritual lens, because they're genuinely very fascinating stuff to me. And yeah, I can go on for an entire whole streams of just talking about all these very cool things that exist in these different spiritual pathways. It's so fun. It's so rich in terms of culture and people that exist who believe in these different gods. For Hinduism, and just for Hinduism, Shinto is more of a cultural I don't want to use the term signifier, but it's a part of Japanese culture, Shinto. Some people would call it a religion, some people would call it a spiritual pathway, but I kind of like to view it as the living part of Japanese culture. For example, when it comes to engaging with nature, there's a level of reverence that they would give to it. Give to sacred rivers or roads that have significant cultural meaning behind it. You're probably saying, "What are you talking about?" But basically, you know what? I can actually use this sound. In Shinto, there is something known as the kami. And the kami are spirits. They're like somewhere in between a god or a spirit in a Japanese context. And they can range from kappa. They can range also as ancestral spirits. So there's a lot of different ranges that they can be. There's, of course, kami for the sun. There's one for... how do you say this? One for your local forest. There's one for a whole bunch of different things. For the household, animals, everything. There's a lot of... they cover a lot of ground when it comes to... how do you say? For what things have kami. And usually too in Japan as well. Sometimes you do get Buddhism traditions that meld with Shinto traditions, because with Buddhism, okay, I know I've been like moving around, shifting around when it comes to this topic, but it really is a topic that can be shifted around just because there's a lot of nuance. When people talk about religion specifically, they think of it in a Christian or Muslim point of view when it comes to how one engages with things beyond themselves. But when you really look at, how do you say, when you really look at different traditions from across the world, with Shintoism, with Shinto, with Buddhism, some people will believe in the, like, Shinto is actual, like, spiritual beings that exist. Other people will see them as manifestations or a symbolic view of how they engage with the real world. And it's, like, so fascinating. With Buddhism in particular, there's not really a god per se. Well, they don't really... well, depending on the type that you're talking about and who you're talking about it with, it can cover a lot of ground. What I'm trying to say is, and yeah, if it sounds a little bit confusing, because it is, there's, like, if you like learning about fascinating topics about how different people perceive the world and they view it through a spiritual lens that it can be a little bit hard to follow. If you like that, then I definitely recommend not just picking up that book, Eastern Religions, but also try to learn. There's some cool stuff to learn when it comes to that. So, I'm going to be reading that, how do you say this? Like, gain some more understanding through that book, and, continue to, show interest and appreciation. I I do appreciate them as like, how do you say this? I appreciate them in a cultural sense because they are like every kind of text that you deal with when it comes to, oh, I don't know, like learning about these different religions or whatever. No, not whatever. Like different spiritual um paths or pieces of media or anything like that. You are gaining you are looking into ancient customs, how people some used to view the world, how people view the world, and I think that's like really something that should be treasured. It's a window into the past and how people used to look, how people perceive the world. If it sounds like kind of hard to follow, because it kind of is, because when you're dealing with that kind of topic, there it can be confusing to the person who may not be too, locked in when it comes to like learning about those kinds of topics. So, yeah, definitely pick up that book and other books related to it for that topic. It's a really good one. Now, let me just pick up this next one. This other book right here is The Story of Yiddish by Neal Karlen. So my apologies for mispronouncing. Now you must be asking yourself, first off, what is Yiddish? To some person, how do you say this? When I first brought up that I got this book, some person said, "What's Yiddish?" Because they were thinking how you say, they were thinking that I was referring to some fictional language, like Klingon or something, or High Valerian. But Yiddish has a long history. A long history that goes back hundreds and potentially thousands of years. But basically, Yiddish is a language that is, how do you say, spoken, well, and was also spoken back in the past by Ashkenazi Jewish people in Europe. It takes elements from German and other European languages and fuses it with Hebrew, which is a language spoken, well, I was going to say, no, don't tell me my game froze. Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Okay, Hebrew is a language that is, modern Hebrew at least, is a descendant of ancient Hebrew that was spoken by the ancient Jewish people from thousands of years ago. If it sounds like I'm like taking away a lot of info, because it's a long long history when it comes to ancient peoples, but Yiddish emerged in Europe through Jewish immigrants who came to Europe and began to meld with the different people groups like Germans and such. And well, there's a lot of additional info out there about how there was a period where speaking Yiddish was banned because, you know, people who have hate, people who hate tend to not, well, you know what how I say this. People who hate that group of people did not want them speaking their language, and you know, that's the not great part of it, yeah. But you know, eventually, after a lot of conflict, like after the Second World War, like the language started to flourish again after the Second World War, and a lot of terrible things had transpired. And even like within the United States, there are, I say, in New York City specifically, where there is a significant population of people of Jewish descent, Ashkenazi, you will hear Yiddish being spoken, and also Hebrew too. But yeah, it's, if it sounds like I'm glossing over a lot of info, like a lot of context, because I am. Unfortunately, when it comes to that topic specifically, there's a lot of history that you just can't condense down, because there's a lot of history for talking about how the Jewish population from the Middle East had moved into Central Europe and had intermixed with the populations there. And honestly, seeing the formation of Yiddish as a language that combines elements of German into Hebrew and other languages like Polish, and I believe are elements of Hungarian in there too, but it's very fascinating. You see the creation of new languages, and I don't know, I find the topic very, very fascinating as a person who likes learning about the world and the people in it, because I'm of the mindset that in order to really appreciate our world, we need to learn as much as we humanly can to appreciate it more, and the people who live in it. So like what I was saying with the different religions, for example, like I can now like have a better level of understanding and appreciate humanity in a broad sense. So yeah. I know not every person thinks that way, and I'm kind of in the minority, because some people, they just don't want to learn because they're fixed in their ways, and I just wish people would take up learning. Learning is a great thing. If someone tells you that learning is stupid or whatever, best not to listen to that person when it comes to stuff like that. Now, we have this one, the comic book, Fall of the Mutants. And if you're asking who is that blue-lipped mutant, well, that's Apocalypse, and I'll talk about him in just one sec. But let me just put these books away. By the way, if you were wanting to know the authorship of those two books, when these come out on YouTube, I will list their names so you can go check out these books for yourself. So, yeah, I'll make sure to do that, and I'll try to get this out on Saturday morning. So, just give me a sec. Now, I'm back. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Apocalypse. Who is that? Well, Apocalypse is known as in the Marvel Universe, he is known as the first mutant. And the reason why is because if you look at Marvel's comic book history, in their history, the Marvel history, Marvel Universe history, humanity, and by extension, the mutants were created by the Celestials. They were the same beings that created the Skrull and Kree. And when they came here to Earth, they of course created humans and mutants and all life on Earth. If you're asking, wait, this sounds like Ancient Aliens, it kinda is. But what was I gonna say? Shoot, I forgot to make something. Just give me a sec. No, I swear, we will go to Atlantis. But what's his name? Oh, yeah. Apocalypse found some of the tech lying around by one of the Celestials and began to use it and use his mutant abilities that were greatly enhanced by those technologies. And he began to rule the world as a god. But eventually, I'm a little bit fuzzy on the details on this, yes, but eventually he had to go into sleep, into like a stasis form, in order to avoid something that happened. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit fuzzy on those, but during the Days of Futures Past storyline, during that important moment in X-Men history and Marvel history. Well, no, not even that. Comic book history, because it was a really big event. Like, it was that big. After that, when they fixed the timeline, the character known as Apocalypse emerges and tries to reignite his empire. And, he fights the X-Men. And I believe he also fights the Brotherhood. The Blood Brotherhood, I believe it's called. That's Magneto's faction. We need more stone. But, yeah. It was a really crazy time for the X-Men. And it came out in the 80s. Like, 1980s Marvel was doing decent, yeah. But X-Men were doing amazing. Like, things with the Hellfire Club, of course, with the mutants, with the Sentinels. It was a crazy time. Okay, you know what? Well, now we're changing gears here a little bit. Thinking about it now, if you were a nerd growing up in the 1980s, comic book films didn't really exist back then, besides like small examples. But to think now, they are like, you can just go watch it and not be a nerd, and you are still going to enjoy it. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy to think. With D&D specifically too. Like, obviously during the Satanic Panic, people were thinking, oh, these kids were like, summoning demons and like all this other stuff. Meanwhile, they're just like, like teenage boys just playing like D&D. Dungeons and Dragons. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me. A part of me says it would have been cool to grow up in that time, but at the same time too, I don't think it would be too desirable, just because the Satanic Panic and all the terrible stuff that came along with that. 2, because of the Cold War, you were afraid that the world would end because of nuclear annihilation. And there isn't, well, at least back then, there wasn't a huge abundance in there wasn't enough abundance in information that was easily accessible. I'm not trying to. Okay, I shouldn't have said, oh, there wasn't any accessible info to knowledge. No. I'm not trying to say that at all. But, no, like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been interesting, but I don't think, honestly, I could really do and be in that kind of timeline, I guess. So, yeah. I've talked about the Satanic Panic a couple Minecraft streams ago, actually. And I talked about how it was like, if you were anything that wasn't the norm, quote unquote, then you were like part of a satanic conspiracy or whatever. But, you know, othering has been a theme with humans, but, you know, you shouldn't let those kinds of things control your life. Othering is not a good way of doing anything. It just keeps people separated. But I'm not here to preach to you guys, obviously. But I don't know. It's something interesting. Well, as you can see, I have lit up the monster hole, and yeah, no more monsters. I'm really happy, no more monsters right now. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we've been streaming for at least an hour? Cool. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, by the way, chat. I know not every person has the ability to go to the library, because maybe you live in an area where there isn't any libraries or anything like that, or you just don't have the time, in which case I understand, you know, if you don't have the time, obviously. But if you do have the time, I highly encourage you to go to the library. Oh, whoa, whoa. The library is a great place for a lot of things, obviously. And, yeah. Go to the library. Go read some good books. There's a lot of good books out there, and yeah. If you have, well, some people may say, but I want to learn this from a TikTok. TikTok won't listen. It can be useful, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, you need to work those reading muscles. Like, yeah. And also, too, Twitter is not that either. Or Threads or Blue Sky or any of those other platforms. Read a book or listen to an audiobook. I love audiobooks. Those are really fun too. I've been trying to make more time to listen to audiobooks, and honestly, thank goodness. I did find this one audiobook, like a free audiobook for Dracula, but oh my goodness, it's like 18 hours. Honestly, I don't think I can talk for 18 hours. Well, probably they had like some pausing, but I would feel tired just doing all that. It's on Spotify, by the way. I wonder if Apple Music... Well, of course they have music, yeah, but... Apple Podcasts... Maybe it would be on either of those. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Whoa! Duh. Trying to find... Oh, boy. The stairwell to to Mount Utopia. I'm just gonna say this. Maybe you guys notice this, but when I'm talking sometimes I don't pronunciate too well, and then I just sound like I'm saying something completely different from what I'm trying to say. It's like when just back there when I was saying stare. Oh! I'll go to my little thing in just 1 sec. Let me just get in here. Oh my goodness. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Back there, I said steering wheel when I was saying stairwell. When I was wanting to say stairwell. I'm like... I know people do that all the time, but at least when I look at my like VODs or anything like that, I hear myself say these little small things and I say, oh, come on. Alright. Let's get more of that stone so I can begin taking over that one place. And like I said, I need to turn down the render distance because it's great I can see everything, but at the same time it's like a little bit too much. And also bring back my Windows thing. Now it's like borderless right now on Minecraft for me, and I'm not used to it at all, so I'm gonna probably fix that. And as I said before, borderless on games, I don't think that's too great because what if you want to change your Spotify song or check the time or something like that besides using your phone? Okay, we're almost done. We are almost done. Oh my goodness. I thought this would run out by now. Oh. Yep. ran out. That was for sure. All right. Let me see how... Okay, I have enough stone. And a bunch of other stuff. Here. Gonna plant a tree. By the way, thank you for coming to watch. I say this a lot, but I legitly do mean this. Thank you so much for coming to watch. I always appreciate when someone comes to watch, and you know, I at least get to share my experiences with you guys. So thank you again. So. All right. Let's see what the Guardian situation looks like. They probably have a fair amount, but I don't know. I was just thinking, like, how do you say this? I was just thinking about, like, my complete and utter, like, I have no idea when it comes to, how do you say, the Spanish language. When it comes to Spanish, I was thinking about, like, languages just now, but I was thinking, like, how to count in Spanish. I specialize kind of more with German, and I was thinking, like, oh, let me see if I can remember in my head. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, or I was thinking, like, all that, and I can't remember anything. Like, and also too, I grew up, like, in Texas, more closer to Mexico, and of course, like, there was a lot of people of Latin American descent there, from also, like, from Mexico. Well, okay, specifically people from Mexico, and, like, okay, Texas, like, Tex-Mex food, oh my goodness. Now that is, like, pinnacle, like, delicious, like, if heaven had a taste, it would be like Mexican food, okay? Or specifically Tex-Mex food. But I cannot give you any info when it comes to Spanish words that I know. Like, hola, ¿cómo estás? I forgot how to even say. I don't speak Spanish. Oh my. I can tell you, like, in terms of, like, Spanish language history and, like, history of Spain, those are pretty cool. And I also do know that when the Moors came to Spain, like during the Moor conquest, they did like bring elements of Arabic into the Spanish language and also architecture, and even with like the ancestry of Spain, that there is admixture from the Middle East in addition to North Africa. I can tell you that stuff. That's very fascinating. But when it comes to like the language itself, to like words, I better to ask someone who speaks the language than me, or has like a strong like affinity for that language, because I can't. I'm sorry. Wait, now I remember. No hablo español. There. No hablo español. I can't with you know how you say this. If I had the time, like there's a lot of languages I would love to learn. Currently still working on German. But if I had the time, patience, everything like that, I would definitely pick up some Spanish. Because it's a pretty cool language. Not gonna lie. Okay. In terms of like languages, I kind of been like, oh, you're actually really cool. Besides Dutch, German, Turkish, besides those, I would say what's kind of been getting on my radar, I think I already, well, Arabic is big. I really like that one. I actually hinted a little bit to it earlier, but Yiddish is pretty cool. And Hindi and Sanskrit. And also like Vietnamese. I was learning about like Vietnam a few days ago, and Vietnam, oh my goodness, is so cool. I would love to go visit. Alright. There we go. Oh yeah. Changing gears a little bit in terms of topic, but I was watching Lord of the Rings yet again. Yesterday actually, and it's so cool rewatching it. And if you're asking which one, Fellowship of the Ring. And I think that came out in 1999. Like sometime in that period. Well, no, like the CGI, it still holds up, I have to say. And rewatching it now, like I remember rewatched. Yeah, I remember Oh shoot! What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I remember when I was younger, when we had. I'm trying to think what the term is. It's been a while. VCR tapes. I remember, like, we would go and get these VCR tapes at a Goodwill, okay? Because that's what we did. We went to there and get movies. But a kid growing up in the early 2000s, that, that was kind of what people would do. And I remember when CDs were really gaining more popularity than Blu-ray. But yeah, I remember watching it, and yeah, I just had a great time watching it. Okay, what was big growing up, like for me and my family, was Lord of the Rings. That was more my thing. Harry Potter, everyone loved it. Marvel, Star Wars. Yeah. Well, for me at least, I was a big Star Wars nerd. Marvel, DC, yeah. And yeah, it was interesting. Looking back at it now, it's crazy to me. Ooh, boy. I'm gonna make a door there a bit, but we're just gonna sit here. Okay. We're just gonna sit here and wait until this rain is gone, and then it's like, sunny out. I've changed the time, but I want to like do a whole night. There was a lot of great stuff that I watched growing up in terms of movies. Some things kind of scarred me for life. Like, what's that? Okay, back to a little bit of the 80s, because we did watch some of the movies from the 80s. Some stuff, like, I'm going to be referring to people who grew up in the 80s. Kids who grew up in the 80s and were watching their movies. Okay, I'm just going to refer to you guys now, okay? What in the world did you guys watch? Okay? Like, some of these movies, The Never-Ending Story, it's a great movie, okay? But why did the horse have to die in the swamp area? That was too much growing up, okay? Secondly, all the sexual innuendos. Why? I know times were different back then, but why? Some of that stuff, yikes. The standards were different. I understand. And okay. I know also for this time too, it was a bit different. And it probably was really scary when they came out. But I was going to say Five Nights at Freddy's. No. A Nightmare on Elm Street? That's not scary, okay? You want to say that's scary? No, it is not. Today, it's mild by modern standards. I know I'm going to make some people mad, obviously, out there, but I'm just saying that, okay? Some of the stuff, just, I say to myself, what were you people thinking? And Jurassic Park, I know that came out in the 90s, but I'll still lump you guys together, okay? That movie, at least growing up in the early 2000s, watching that movie, terrified me, scared me so badly. And also, the sequel, Lost World, made me scared to go outside because of that T-Rex. Okay, the T-Rex did a lot of stuff in the first Jurassic Park movie and the second one. The first one, eating that goat, lost me. It's like, this is PG? I think it's now PG-13, but PG? And then when the dog was devoured, essentially, in Lost World, the second Jurassic Park movie, that upset me as a kid. And it made me scared that a T-Rex was walking in the neighborhood and then said, "Ooh, doggo snack." Why? Hey, here's a new rule. Here's a new rule for all those movie creators out there. I love you guys. Some of you guys can be a little bit predatory when it comes to animators and to actors and all those people. For the good ones out there, please don't include animals or kids being killed or such, okay? I'm not telling you what to do, but come on. Nobody likes that stuff. Well, it's upsetting. And also be clear too, there are a lot of great movie creators out there and television show creators out there and who are ethical. But all those other people who are predatory towards young actors, animators, and screenwriters, the people who exploit those people, no. We do not get along. But anyhow, that's enough of my statements. Okay. That's enough statements for me today. That was my TED Talk. Welcome to my TED Talk. TED Talk with Nightlord 131. One moment I'm talking about religion, the next I'm talking about movies. What timeline am I in? I say silly things sometimes. Yes, I would like one. I also want a door. Where are the doors? The band I was referencing, in case you don't know who the doors are. By the way, go check out the Doors. They're a great band. Oh, nope. All right. Uh-oh. Here. We're going to go through. Let's see what we're dealing with. And yes, I will give that a door in a bit. Like a bigger door. We should check out that cherry blossom area. Look how big and nice it is. Hey, no guardians. Hold up. Oh my gosh, there's a guardian. Shoot. Okay. Okay. I'm a little bit afraid, but being afraid is okay. I need some of this, some of that. I'm gonna do a little, I'm just gonna do one little thing. I'm sorry. I just want something quick. Alright. Yes, please. Night. Hmm. Hmm. Just give me a sec, chat. There you are. There we go. Sorry. Again. Whoa! Is that all I need? Hmm. Actually, I need one more thing. And I swear this is the last time for today. This. Alright. Okay. Now, with that out of the way, let's go. You know what to do. Now. Go, go, go! Go! Oh. Go. Oh. Ah. There. Okay. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay. Come on, push. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh. Where are you coming from? Okay. Oh, thanks for giving me the follow. Yes, give me a sec. Just give me a sec, chatter. Welcome. Oh, how long is this gonna take? Ah, come on. Here, let me just respond to you. This way. I can't respond all the time, so. If I don't see your message, my apologies, chatter. Okay. I just need to get all these things out of the way. You know what? Yeah, excuse me. I'll fix that some other time. I would say best to get your headphones fixed, chatter. I can't respond all the time through the chat itself. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh. No. No, it's there. This is just getting better and better. Alright. Okay. 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 I hear. Oh boy. How am I gonna get out of this pickle? Okay. There we go. Let's do this. I'm just making sure this chatter is. I need more food to recover health. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I can't believe we have 37 followers right now. That's crazy. Okay, here we go. Go. Shoot, I have 4 watchers. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Let's try to fix this. Okay. Okay. Working against the current. Okay. Okay. We need to do this part. Okay. There. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. It just gets worse. Okay. There. There we go. Am I able to break through this? It's probably going to take a while. No, it's because of that spell thing. That's why. It's because of the effect. I just can't. That's why it's going like really slow. Okay. Oh, there. There we go. Come on. Ooh. That's pretty cool. This is taking a long time. Yeah. There we go. No. I need to get something. I need to get something right now. In order for this to move a bit quicker, I am going to... There. I need a lot of milk right now. There we go. There we go. Again, why does this guy keep doing this? Oh my god. Wait. That person unfollowed. if you're asking what the chatter wanted, that person was basically saying, hey, can I do art for you? I say, no, thank you. And then unfollows. That's what you deal with. That's what I deal with. It's normal that I deal with that, but, like, come on, people. If you're gonna ask, hey, can I do art for you? Say no, and then they ban. Well, no, they don't ban. They just unfollow. I'm like, come on now. Excuse me. You know what? I already said this before, but no asking, hey, can I do art for you? For any chatter out there, and for the YouTube audience as well. I already have a person, and I don't need anyone. That goes for VTube model people. That goes for all these other people. I know there's a lot of good artists out there, and no, I don't need anyone. Man, this is going a bit slow. I'm gonna check something. Boys, it's taking such a long time, actually. Awesome. Okay. Ah, come on. Again? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna focus through here. I'm just gonna push through here. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Oh. Okay. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink and then we'll continue. So, just give me a sec. I'm back. I'm back. I'll grab all of these in a little bit. A little later. No! Don't come in here. Oh my gosh. Oh. There you go. Have fun. Now how... Excuse me. All right. Let's collect these, shall we? Yeah, excuse me. Just in case. Now, back to it. Just in case I forget that my night vision thing will run out, so. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. I talked about a lot of stuff, actually. The Satanic Panic, the 1980s, languages, religions, movies. Yeah, I have a lot that I've talked about. You know what? Let's talk about music for a little bit, actually. I've been enjoying a couple bands, actually, kind of recently. TSOL, Suicidal Tendencies, who else? The Devil Wears Prada. I got to see them live, and they were really cool. And, I don't know, they've been really growing on me recently. Those three specifically, I've been really enjoying them. Here. I'll just leave a little thing for them right here. But yeah, I've been enjoying them recently. Also the Circle Jerks. The Circle Jerks are really great too. Yeah. Those four of them. And, yeah, I've really been enjoying them. And learning about their history, too. TSOL, Suicidal Tendencies, The Devil Wears Prada, and The Circle Jerks. TSOL is considered a not really they are hardcore band, but they also dabble in horror punk, and also are considered a little bit of what would inspire death rock, which death rock is a subgenre of gothic rock. So, like, think of "45 Grave" or Christian Death. Any of those bands, those ones are like cornerstone everyone knows for death rock. That's what I've been liking about TSOL. I would talk about the other three. But if you haven't already, go check out those four. Go check out Suicidal Tendencies, TSOL, The Devil Wears Prada, and also check out The Circle Jerks. I really like their song Beverly Hills by The Circle Jerks. Really fun. And when it comes to TSOL, besides Code Blue is catchy, but the lyrics and all that is a bit much, yeah. But I really like World War III and what else? Red Shadows, Black Magic, and a bunch of other songs by TSOL. And when it comes to Suicidal Tendencies, I really like Send Me Your Money, You Can't Hold Me Down. I'm trying to think really hard on this. Possessed, that's another good one. I'm trying to think. I might have to pull it up on my phone. Some of the songs. Because some of these, like, I can't think of the top of my head. Just give me a second. Once I get this block out of the way, then I'll mention those songs. By Suicidal Tendencies. And Suicidal Tendencies had popularized a genre of punk and metal actually called crossover thrash. So just give me a sec. Oh, institutionalized. War in my head. Well, war inside my head. Well, of course, Send Me Your Money. I Shot the Devil is another good one. Two-sided politics. Well, of course, I said Possessed. Won't Fall in Love Today. And a bunch of other stuff. Memories of Tomorrow. There's a bunch of other songs. But, just go check out those four. The Devil Wears Prada, TSOL, Suicidal Tendencies, and The Circle Jerks. And it seems like I will be spending the night in this area. So. Matter of fact, I don't think we'll be able to conquer Atlantis by the end of the stream, so I will probably end the stream sometime in this place, so that we can continue our conquest of Atlantis. I really wish they had a Cthulhu, or a Cthulhu equivalent in Minecraft, like besides mods. Like, this would be a great place for Earlier and for Dead Cthulhu slumbering. That would have been really cool. And he's in the public domain, so Minecraft, please, if you could, or at least some modder out there, make a good Cthulhu mod, if you could, please. In addition to the other works of H.P. Lovecraft, if you could, please. To any modder out there, or any person at Mojang Studio, please do it for the people. And if you're asking, oh, do it yourself? I'm not a modder. I don't know how to mod. I don't know how to program. Programming is like really cool. There was this person I met on a dating app, okay? And yes, I still use dating apps, as there are people out there who try to find love through dating apps, but that's not the topic of today. I was using an app, a dating app, and I matched with a person, and we talked about a lot of different things, and they were telling me about programming, that they were getting into programming, they were studying it, and no, I found it very fascinating. It's like a different language that you have to learn for programming, and like I said, we didn't eventually get together or anything, but no, I wish that person all the best, and honestly, if you can take up programming, that's like really cool. Now I have to say to anyone who does, awesome. Sincerely, like I couldn't program for my life. And also probably pays well too. Oh my gosh. Just before I continue, just do this. Oh, excuse me. I think there's 3 Elder Guardians, so we kind of have to really keep our eye out for a potential encounter with one of those big ones. I'm just gonna say this. I thought axolotls would fight back against Guardians, but apparently no. And it's raining and lightning outside, so you know some interesting stuff's going on the surface. But, you know. Alright, I guess I'll use this. My plan is, I will probably end the stream here, like in this area, but I'm just going to try to get as much of this as I can. And probably dry them, and then we can begin drying out the entire place so that when I fight those Elder Guardian things, I don't need to be like afraid that I will lose air. And just so that you guys know, in case you don't know, with Elder Guardians and Guardians in general, I see you. They don't need water to, like, they can move around in the water, yes, but they don't need it to, like, live. So, like, with a regular Minecraft fish, toss them onto the ground, well, toss them onto land, they're gonna die, because no water. But, with a Guardian, an Elder Guardian, they can just continue to flop around and not die. With other creatures in the water, only turtles, it seems, will survive. But everything else, like dolphins, squids, all these different types of fish, they're gonna die when they get on land. Or if they're on land for an extended period of time. Like the real world. I might try and make a playlist for all my Utopia stuff. I'm gonna do that when I finish Doom, so. Well, Doom Eternal, so. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. When I finish the Doom Eternal series, then I'll probably make a little playlist, and then do the same with Utopia right here, so. Utopia is going to be my forever series, because this is where it all began. All the streams started with Utopia. Well, also, in terms of, like, documented history, Utopia is the first. So, yes. Okay. Okay. We're doing very good, I would say, yeah. In terms of time, we have 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 55 seconds for the stream. That's wonderful. I'm really happy about it. And also, thank you again for coming to watch. Again, you don't need to do that. Ah! God. Oh boy, this just takes time. Just because of that nasty effect. I should probably get ready to leave soon, so there. There. Just gonna let that cook and probably, oh, I don't know, end the stream around here actually. I'm just gonna wait until all this is ready. But thanks for coming. I really enjoyed spending time with all of you, and you know, we will be doing more Minecraft this Saturday, and also potentially maybe next week. Next week's gonna be kind of really. It's gonna be kind of a mix of some confusion when it comes to streaming and other things like that. So don't worry, I'll keep you guys up in the loop when it comes to all that. And like I said, I'm gonna be working to see what I can do to fix the Doom Eternal streaming situation so that we can finish Doom Eternal. And I already told you guys before, but we will be doing Ancient Gods Part 1 and Part 2 maybe sometime next year. And also maybe God of War Ragnarok if I can, potentially, next week. Well, no, not next week. Next year. Oh my goodness, I can't put that on my... I can't put that on me now. No, sir. No, sir. Alright. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna end it here, but thank you for coming to watch. I'm gonna start rating someone right now, actually, so please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff over on YouTube. Please follow me on Twitch, and for the Twitch audience, thank you for always coming to watch. And yeah, take care, everyone. Let me just see who I could do. Rating peach jars right now. So see you, chat.